I passed my real estate exam, and in this video, I'm going to show you some tips, tricks, and some study habits that's going to help you pass yours. Hey everyone, it's Hazel Gakula, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be posting up more videos about me becoming an agent and an investor. So let's jump into it. So if you've been following my journey on Instagram, you saw that I recently passed my real estate exam and I just joined a brokerage firm. All right, I just want to get this out of the way. I didn't pass the real estate test the first time. I didn't even pass it the second time. I actually struggled on this test. I was stressing myself out for nothing, and I would study for 10 hours straight, which I highly don't recommend. You know, I kept drinking energy drinks, which messed up my sleeping schedule. So if you're stressing out like that, don't worry, there's nothing to worry about. You know, I was just going crazy. I'm just a crazy person, to be honest. But anyways, I'm here to help, and here's some study habits that's gonna help you pass. So let's jump into it. All right, guys, make sure you time block. Block out a few hours in a day, in a week, and just fully stay focused to those times. So for example, I would block out 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and just fully stay focused on studying, which means no social media. So I'd put my phone down, or I would leave it in a different room, and I would just focus on studying. And also make sure you study someplace where you can focus. Like for me, I have an office at home, but for some reason I can't stay focused at home. I'm always distracted. I'll always leave my office to grab some snacks. So I highly recommend you go to Starbucks or a public library. Even here in Hawaii, you know, we had a shutdown where we couldn't lounge at certain places. So I actually paid for a membership at this place called Sandbox in Kaka'ako. And I live in Kunia, so that drive there took me 30 minutes. I would go the distance just to make sure that wherever I study is someplace where I can fully stay focused. So it's very important that you're at a place where you can stay focused and there's no distraction. What also helped me was putting my phone on Do Not Disturb. If you're like me who likes to pick up the phone every 10 minutes, hide your phone or put it on Do Not Disturb. So for me, I would find any excuse to pick up my phone. Either that was checking my email, checking social media, texting, going on YouTube, all of that stuff. It's a huge distraction. Or better yet, put your phone someplace that's not in sight. Put it in a different room.
So a payphone bank, bunch of payphones, business.
There's a phone in your room.
That'll work.
So listen to audios on your downtime. So for me, while I was driving, while I was in the shower, while I was working out, washing dishes, any downtime I had, I would listen to any YouTube videos, any podcasts, just to make everything sound familiarized, and that I'm always reviewing what I've been learning in real estate school. Also, make sure you're studying consistently. Don't be like me who took a month break and kept pushing it to the side. So once you pass your 60-hour real estate course, make sure you schedule your test, you know, 3 to 4 weeks in advance, and just study every day and review every day until that day comes. Always test yourself and exercise what you learned. So for me, I used Prep Agent, which really helped me. I highly recommend you take a practice test to see where you're struggling, and then just study on those categories. If I did that from the get-go, instead of flooding myself with all this information over and over again, I feel like I would have passed the test sooner, because doing that was just making me very overwhelmed. I probably took over 20 practice tests, and you know, I made over 150 flashcards, and I would just review all the definitions every day. Once you get down the definitions, you're gonna have an easier time passing the test. I highly recommend you use Prep Agent, which I put a link down below. I paid a small fee. It really helped me pass the test sooner than later. What's really cool is that they had a Facebook group page, which you know, they would put a question that they had a hard time with the test, and then people would give their insight on it. But yeah, sign up for Prep Agent. There's a link down below in the description. After you pass the 60-hour course, I highly recommend that you schedule your exam out maybe 3 to 4 weeks out, and make sure you're time blocking every day that you're studying until that day comes, so that all the information is still fresh up here. So the day before the exam, make sure you sleep early, make sure you're well rested, and make sure that you review all the definitions once more. What helped me was I took a sleepy tea. because what happened the first and second time, I kept, waking up in the middle of the night, checking my clock. Like, is it time yet? Is it time yet? Is there going to be traffic? Do I have time to study before? I just kept overwhelming myself and stressing myself out. So don't do that. Okay, so now it's the day of your exam. Make sure you eat something. Eat something to fuel your brain, give your body some energy, because you're going to be in that testing center for at least 3 hours and you're going to get hungry. And also make sure you bring water or coffee. Every time I had a brain fart, I would step outside, take a quick water break, do some stretches to wake myself up. That helped me. It might help you, so make sure you bring a drink. So once you're checked in to do the test, they give you a paper, a pencil, and a calculator. Once you get to the desk, make sure you write down any formula or any definitions or anything that you're afraid that you might forget. Write it down on that paper right away. And do this before you log into the computer. And just try to keep your mind calm. I know going to this test, you could be nervous, scared, you just feel overwhelmed. Just stay calm, because if you're overwhelmed or stressed out, your mind's gonna be tired the midway of the exam. And what helped me was I did a little prayer and I just took a deep breath. So while I'm taking the test, any math problems I had, I immediately just skip it. I saved all the math questions towards the end, and I made sure I bookmarked that question so I know which math problems that I have to go back and answer. And the reason why I did this is that I just wanted to focus on math at one time. I didn't want to do all these scenarios and math and scenarios and math. It helped me just doing all the math problems towards the end. And very important, take my advice please. When you're done with the test, do not go back and change any answers. Don't second guess yourself. Just trust your gut feeling. You know, you've studied for 50 hours or more. Just trust your gut feelings and trust me. Because one of my experience was I was off by 1 point, and towards the end of the test, I remember going back changing one answer. If I had not changed that answer, I probably would have passed that test. And after the test is finished, don't feel discouraged if you failed, because 90% of the people who took the test the first time failed. So don't feel discouraged. This test was meant for you to fail. They want all the quitters to fail because they only want hardworking realtors. So after the test, the testing center should give you a report on your score. It's gonna let you know which topics you were struggling in, and just go home and restudy that topic, or even better, go on Prep Agent and just take practice tests on that topic. What's good about Prep Agent is if you get the answer wrong, it will show you the answer after and explain why that was the correct answer. And just keep studying, keep reviewing, keep practicing. If you failed the exam the first time, the second time, the third or fourth time, just keep studying. Don't take any breaks. Just trust me, don't take any breaks. You're gonna start all over. You're gonna forget things. Just keep consistently practicing and studying so that everything is still fresh in your mind, and you're gonna pass that test, I promise you. All right guys, that's a wrap for today. If you're planning on taking your real estate exam, I wish you the best of luck. And don't worry, you got this. Don't give up. Keep trying. If you have any questions, feel free to message me on Instagram. I'm pretty active on there. And while you're at it, follow me on the rest of my social media. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. It will help other people find my channel. And make sure you hit that notification bell. I'll be posting up more videos about my real estate journey, and I want to take you guys along with it. And I'll see you guys on the next one.